What's up, guys? Today I'll be showing you how to do message boxes in Visual Basic. Now this will work across all of them from 2008 to 2012. It hasn't changed one bit. These are actually really simple to do until you get to some of these. These get a little bit complicated at first, but once you get them down, they're pretty simple to do. So first off, if you want to download this application, there'll be a link in the description below and it'll take you to my website where you can download this for free. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of show you what I have set up here for now, just kind of get you guys on where I'm at here. So this one's going to be the one that we're going to work on in this video, but I have three set up here. Now you can do different ones like help, information, critical, and all that kinds of stuff, but I noticed that the information and critical, and I believe there's one more, that are really the only ones that work with Vista and Windows 7. The other ones are pretty much for Windows XP and before, where they had all the different icons and different sounds for like the help dialog and all that kind of stuff, but that's kind of irrelevant in Windows 7 and Vista now. So if you're going to be mainly targeting that, you're probably not going to want to use those because they really don't do much. So the first one we have here is just a simple information. As you can see, you get a nice little sound. You get just a simple OK box, and you get this little icon here, and then you get your text, whatever you want to set up there. So we're going to hit OK. Now we get the critical error. So as you can see, you get the nice little sound there. Get the X showing that there's definitely a problem, and then you just get the simple OK. Now the OK cancel or yes no or ignore cancel retry dialogues are a little bit more complicated, but they're not too much more difficult once you get them down. So I actually have this backwards here. I meant to switch this before this, but it says close up here. It was actually supposed to stay down here, but anyways, I just have a simple dialog. So if I hit cancel, it's just going to turn this red. Now I did that just to make sure that it was working for this tutorial, but if I hit OK, it's going to close the application because I told it was okay to do so. So let's go ahead and start by coding one of these now, just to kind of get this out of the way and kind of get you guys familiar with how this is, and I'll explain how this all works here in just a second. So to do just a simple message box, you're just going to do MSG box, and now this is where the text of the body of the message box is going to go. So where I had hi, where I accidentally had that on that last form where I had it mixed up, where I had hi is where this message is going to go. So you're just going to simply, I'm just going to simply say hello. Now you're going to put a comma. Now here's all the different options of message boxes you can do. Like I said, there's critical, there's information, there's error, or not error, help, and there's yes, no, ignore, all these different ones you can do. But in this tutorial, I'm not going to set any of these. Now if you don't want to, you can either just fill it with an OK, which, as you can see here, OK only, or you can just move on to the next one, where you just start putting a quote, and then you just start typing away. You don't even have to have that middle part, but I'm just going to do that since I already have it there. So I'm just going to say hi, and then we're going to close parentheses here, and sorry about that, that's my phone, and then we go ahead and hit start. And as you can see, let me go and bring this down here. As you can see, it goes ahead and it doesn't have any of the icons or sound or anything like that, and it just has these simple dialogue. So if you don't really need any of that flashy information stuff, you can just basic dialog box and you're good to go. So now let me kind of get into the coding of the OK cancel, yes no, or ignore, retry, cancel dialogues. So you can see you just basically need to create a new thing called result, so that in a way it knows what the dialog box is the result of. And now you need to set the result to a message box. It needs to know, where is it getting its information from? What piece of, what form is it getting its information from? And in this case, it's a message box. So as you can see, you just use the same code that we used to create this one down here. It's just message box, and then you just create it here. And now we need to decide, what did the user do? What did they click on? Did they hit OK cancel, or if you have the yes no, did they hit yes no? If they have the ignore, cancel, retry, which one of those did they hit? So we just need to find out what it was. So we just do a simple if result equals, and if it equals OK, then it's just going to simply run this code. Now we have an else if statement. You probably don't use these very often, but you're gonna have to use this in here, because if you just use else, it doesn't work, and I found that out when I was writing up this tutorial. I thought it worked in 2008, but maybe not. But you use an else if, and you just simply use that, and then you do the same code that you did up here for the if, and then you just put whatever you want here. Now as you can see, I have an end for the OK, and that just basically closes the application. If you didn't know that, now that will not save any settings or anything like that, so you want to use that sparingly, but I just used that for this tutorial. So you can see I kind of have everything annotated, everything laid out here. So if you want to download this as a guide for future projects that you have going on, you can go and do that. That link will be in the description, like I said earlier. So I kind of laid everything out here. As you can see, I kind of have this all opened up, so you can just kind of, it goes line by line and takes you step by step if you ever forget how these dialog boxes work. So if this helped you, don't forget to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that kinds of stuff. Don't forget to give me any suggestions of future tutorials that you would like to see in Visual Basic. And thank you for watching.